Netflix may be ready to roll out some new rules on password sharing, but customers are threatening to leave the streaming platform completely over this. Users will soon be required to sign into their account on their home Wi-Fi every 31 days. And that means your phone, laptop, smart TVs, or all these other devices may be locked out as a result. Now, a lot of subscribers outraged over these incoming changes, taking to social media to vent and voice their frustrations. They argue this defeats the entire point of streaming and eliminates the Take It Anywhere perk that was touted by Netflix itself. Some even calling out this 2017 tweet from the company, joking that love is a shared password. Not anymore, perhaps. Joining us now is Jim Anderson. Jim, thank you so much for being here.
It's good to be here.
Jim, any clarity on when this is happening? And does Netflix just simply need more money? They want all of these password sharers to sign up individually now.
Yeah, Natasha, you're going to be shocked to know this is all about money. Of course, it is. Their growth has slowed, right? And you know, like lots of companies, they're facing economic headwinds. It has been an open secret. And as you said, a couple of years ago, they were even encouraging password sharing. And when times are good, that's great, right? You just want people to watch your shows. You're popular. You're growing. Everything is fine. When times slow down, now, of course, they are going to crack down. And you see exactly what you said. The people are outraged, and really outraged beyond the actual economic value. We're talking probably a couple of dollars a month here for most people, but it just sort of people feel like they've been deceived and the rug has been pulled out from under them, and that level of outrage is sort of because of that, not really because of the economics.
Yeah, is there any clarity on exactly when this will happen?
In the next month or so. And now it's interesting that there was a leaked document that somebody found that mentioned the 31 days you described, but Netflix has been quite cagey about it, and I think you'll see them continue to be cagey about exactly how, exactly when, and exactly what they do. They'll communicate clearly with their customers, some basic level, but this is going to be a cat and mouse game. They want to crack down on password sharing, but just in a way that does not create so much outrage that they end up losing more customers than they gain by, getting people to stop sharing passwords and sign up. And that's
absolutely.
a delicate balance.
It is a delicate balance. And I will say I share my father's Netflix password. Yes. As a result, his entire algorithm is K-dramas and rom-coms and a random documentary on Pamela Anderson. So here we are. But these rules seem to confuse a lot of people. And I think the biggest concerns, valid concerns, seem to be kids away from college, military members away from family, and even people who are just traveling for work. Do you think Netflix will make any exceptions for anyone?
I do think they will. They don't want to publicize that. You might, understandably, right? But if you call into Netflix, or you have a specific use case, or they identify something, traveling nurses is a good example. I mean, does Netflix really want to be penalizing traveling nurses who are, away from their home for more than 30 days delivering health care to vulnerable populations? Of course they don't, right? So the challenge, though, is, okay, if that's the excuse that everybody now knows will get me password sharing, then sure enough, you've got a lot more traveling nurses, at least claiming to be traveling nurses for Netflix. So they're going to want to keep those kinds of things quite quiet, and then manage that process in a very sophisticated and a very numeric and calculated way. They're going to pay very close attention.
Oh, I'm sure. And we know they've been exploring ways to crack down on password sharing for a while now. This method has been tested in a few countries so far. Is there any chance they will change their mind if the PR is that bad, if the optics are that bad, and all of us join together and tweet about it? Is there any chance?
Well, never say never. I would say they will not respond to tweets nearly as much as they respond to cancellations, right? They're a very sort of sophisticated company, and every company like Netflix, it's their acquisition cost of their subscribers, how much they get per month from them, and then the churn rate, or how many people cancel. If they see a giant spike, if the outrage really translates to people canceling, you can imagine they would backpedal very quickly, because that's a net loss. Nobody's going to want to lose customers. But I think they're banking, and I think they're probably right, that if they handle this the right way, the outrage will subside on social media. People will just sort of get over it. They'll still want to watch their Netflix shows, and sure enough, they'll have less password sharing, and therefore maybe your father will sign up for his own Netflix account.
I like that he's the one signing up for his own account rather than I have to sign up for it after all these years. Yeah, Dad, you sign up for your own account now. Jim Anderson, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.